Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me is the Ben from Armenia? Ben from Wisconsin?
Witch from Wisconsin?
Witch from Mercury is the name of the television program. Mobile Suit Gundam, Witch from Mercury. Although she's not from Mercury, technically.
Yeah. Also, the witch part is like a little... Like, they just called them that, I guess.
Well, the people who made the Gundams were witches. So
Which is how?
I think. It's just what they called them.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's not like they're not brewing potions.
What defines a witch? What defines what a Gundam is? There's a lot of definition.
Yeah.
A lot of talking about what is a Gundam. A gun arm.
It's funny how much that last post-credit scene changed my opinion of things. Yeah. This is what a show that just for me it feels like it came out of nowhere. Like I'd heard nothing about it, and then you were like, "Hey, they're doing Utena plus Gundam."
True.
And it was great.
There was like somebody. So I knew New Gundam was happening. The prologue episode came out well before the start of the series. Like the prologue was out in July of just that. But I didn't watch it. There people are saying good things about it, but I was also like kind of didn't really know anything. But I had it ready to go just to check out the new Gundam because they hadn't made a Gundam, a new main series Gundam for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And I watched original Gundam. I know what Gundam is now, or whatever. I love Turn A. And then I saw someone on Twitter posted an image from the opening that was like, this is Utena though. This is like they're driving for Utena, and the fact that like it was that, and the fact that this Gundam was about the main character was a girl. These are all good things to me. So that was like what got me motivated to watch it, and then it's really Utena. There are like so many beat by beat plot points that they take from Utena of things that happen.
Here's the thing, though.
It's very funny.
I want it to be more Utena. I want like, I don't know. I was watching getting into the later. So there's 12 episodes. 12 plus the prologue? No, it's like episode
12
0
plus
0 through
0 through 12.
Yeah. Initially I was super down, and then in like the back half, I guess, back third, it gets more into like Gundam shit, right?
Yes.
Like we're doing corporate stuff, and I'm like, I don't care about any of this at all. I just fucking kiss. That's what I'm here for. But it's still good. Having that balance, like that's a thing. Also watching a little bit weekly, not super my thing, at least for this. Like I was thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, if I watched Turn A week to week, I don't think I would have finished Turn A. Like the fact that I could just slam that stuff. So like on the episodes here where it's heavy into like the corporate, like what is a Gundam really? I could just, doesn't matter because I got another 8 hours of stuff ahead of me or whatever. But
sure,
well, that's all I'm getting for that week. I'm like, But
yeah, With this show, I never felt that, but that's because every time they're like, "What is a gun? We're funding the gun to arm company." I'm cackling. It's like,
yeah,
because the thing that I know is eventually Gundam is going to happen, and the important things about Gundam are the mechs are cool and war is bad.
yeah.
And ultimately, this is a show about the most innocent girl in the world in a world that's fucking evil. Which is like Utena. Utena is like that too. So that's eventually things are gonna go bad.
Yeah.
Like honestly, Turn A is kind of an exception in the world of Gundam where things never really go that bad. Really.
Sure.
It never takes it never really has the like dark.
Yeah. Dude, this
turn.
got fucking dark. It got fucking bad.
Well,
not bad. Good
this show
dark.
did open with the main character as a small child fucking murdering people in
like
a mech.
candles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's not like
the last moments of episode 12, which I know you just watched, that hit the shock value pretty fucking. That was like turned the dial up to 11 on the.
Like, I was not fucking prepared, and I double dipped. I just watched it again. I haven't done that since Dragon Ball Super. That was good shit. It's not that long, but like, it's like the only other.
No,
thing.
I just meant not that long ago. Like since.
Yeah, but you know, I don't do it for anything else. If I watch something twice, you might as well put it in like your top. It's like one of the greatest media things of all time. No, I mean, the act itself. So we're like in a spoiler territory. Spoilers.
Full spoilers.
Witch from Mercury. I'm not wasting time on the spoiler-free bullshit. The spoiler-free review is it's good. It's Gundam Utena. Go watch it. Okay. Anyway, that was brutal. Just smack like a fucking bug. And then her like laughing, like her not being fazed about it. I was like, what the fuck has happened? Is she like that? Hang on. What's the word? Not gullible. Not what's a synonym for influenceable? What's the impressionable? Maybe I guess is what I'm thinking of. Because like earlier, her mom shot someone, and she's like, "Oh, what? You shot someone?" Her mom's like, "No, like, what's their phrase that they always say? Move forward, take two.
One step, gain one.
Move forward,
run away, gain one.
Move forward, gain two, or whatever." She's like, "Oh, see, I shot this person, I gained two." And how do you pronounce her name again? Soletta, right? Just Soletta.
Soletta, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Gain two." And that's just like, that's all she needs. Like she could just fucking squish someone and then like she's in the blood. Like, oops, I'm clumsy. I slipped and fell in this pool of blood. And then offers her fucking hand.
Yeah, the hand with like
covered in blood.
With like
and
particles that are floating off because it's low gravity.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then the fact, not even that. Like
Fiona is freaking out.
Yeah, the
her
fact
face
that she
is like pure.
The fact that she's like
horror
just
shock.
Calls her a murderer. Like, how are you smiling? No, it's okay. I took two. I'd move forward.
Look, she had to do it. She saved her life.
That doesn't like.
She's not gonna feel. Look, this is Goku sending someone to the Shadow Realm. Pure of heart. Okay.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong, but also. But the thing is, I would feel that way if she wasn't just recently concerned about killing someone. Goku was never concerned. That shit's innate.
That's true.
No, that was wild. I guess we also did get, prior to this, what would you say was the darkest moment? I can think of like two, I guess.
The like clone of that guy.
Yeah.
Singing him and Slaughter are singing happy birthday as he's like fucking murdered.
Elan or whatever. Elan. However the fuck it's pronounced. Yeah, dude, that was fucking rough.
Yeah. That was when the like, oh, that's what this show is. Okay, I see. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. The other one that fucking hit is when, what's his name? Ghoul? When he stabs his dad.
Yeah.
Just full sense.
Last episode.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good.
That shit was, I mean, like, you know, it's horrifying, but like, it was great.
Yeah.
Man, the Gundam is so cool also.
Yep.
And that's where I immediately found myself more into the Gundam, like the fight stuff, maybe more of the Gundam stuff. Like Turn A doesn't do any of this shit. Like that's not what it's about necessarily. Not in like cool ways. Not as cool, in my opinion. For the most part.
Sure.
Dude, we're like maybe not the prologue. No, it wasn't the prologue. Like episode 1, we're bumping out with this dope ass fight where all the gun bits come off and they're like doing their shit, and there's like lasers and everything else, and it like Turn A, they're like 15 episodes deep and they're like, oh, the Gundam has a sword. Or whatever it was.
Well, look,
the
Turn A fires its gun in that pretty early episode, and like,
yeah, and then the gun melts. The gun melts, and it can't fire again for like another 80 episodes or whatever it was.
Yeah. But like that, it has that moment of promise. But you're not wrong in that like, Turn A has to build up to the climactic thing of the Turn X showing up.
Yeah, but
and
like
spinning all around. Whereas this show starts with the Gundam just has gun bits that fucking do everything.
But like that was such a
like
build
there's power creep.
Yeah, there was like a one fight in that show.
Yeah.
It's a bad way to look. It's not making me want to buy the toy. This makes me want to buy the toy. Where's my Gundam?
Well, let me tell you, there are various SKUs you can buy, although you can't buy the cheapest one that's sold out.
That makes sense.
The regular high grade models.
Also,
it was like immediately sold out.
Also, the big gun, like laser, that was in the last episode too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was fucking
they've like
cool.
They've like remodeled it.
And dude was like, "This thing wasn't built for combat." What?
They're a medical company.
Yeah, we're a medical company. Yeah, call an ambulance, but not for me. God, no, there's so much cool shit. I love this is what and even watching Turn A, this is kind of what I expected a little bit more, because they did it a couple of times where you're like busting out like, ooh, it's a new thing the Gundam can do. But Turn A was like, look, it's a clothesline. We can transport sheep. Like that was the cool new thing that the Gundam could do. But in Witch From Mercury,
the Gundam is a bridge. Yeah. This time the Gundam is a washing machine.
Yeah.
This time the Gundam carries a cow.
But in Witch From Mercury, they're like, ooh, we have the antidote thing that like interrupts the Gund format connection or whatever. And the Gundam is like, fuck that though. And just overrides it without any issue and no ramifications. That's what I'm here for. The gun bit's turned into a shield. And then they do lasers. And then they do, it's so fucking cool. They're doing new shit every time.
And then they end that fight the way Juri loses her duel in Utena.
You're going to have to refresh me.
Because Shadika's got Suletta, like, pinned on the ground. He's like, you've lost. The way Juri has like, gotten rid of Utena's sword, and she's pointing down, and then in Utena, the sword then falls straight down from the sky and takes out her flower. And in Gundam, Shadika then gets sniped because the rest of the team was preparing to take one sniper shot as soon as he was about to win.
Yeah.
To shoot off his horn.
Yeah. Man, this also made
the miracle win at the end.
It made me want to rewatch Utena.
Like, I mean, Utena is like the best show ever, so that's fair.
I mean, also because I'm like, my anime horizons continue to expand, but also because after watching Utena once, I can now like bask a little bit more instead of being like, what the fuck is happening? Instead of like, I don't have to focus as hard. I can just kind of enjoy the other stuff.
No,
and
that's
like
fair.
The little things.
Like, I would also say Utena is so good. It's hard to hold how good it is properly in my brain.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, sometimes you just gotta rewatch it again because
and see,
there's so much there.
It's like for me, when I finally like cracked Beowulf, right? Mm-hmm. That's the first time if you're not used to like old literature or whatever, that's dense and it's not even that long. But then you crack it and then you can go through it again. And you're like, oh, I'm picking up all this shit. And at Utena, this time I might even, I'll read the lyrics of the songs that I didn't know were different because I thought they were doing the same verses. Oh. But yeah,
all the battle themes are different. But yeah,
I mean, they're all the same. Look, they're the same like rhythm and melody and shit. How am I supposed to know they spent money on different songs for each thing? Who does that? It's a cartoon.
Well, they had the one song that was the same every episode, except it was different for each arc.
Yeah,
when she's climbing the stairs.
Oh,
or getting in the elevator.
Also, if I get a little quieter, that's normal. Don't worry about it. It's chill.
Ben is podcasting under duress.
Yeah, no, it was just people started like talking, so I'm like turning down my gain a little bit. There's mild duress, if I'm being honest. But my communication skills need to be honed again. 2 months away.
But I mean, I will say they haven't kissed yet, so I wouldn't have sent up the flare telling you had to watch this yet, but you decided to dive in.
I would have to. I mean, like, what was it? I forget what the clincher was. If you just told me it was Utena or whatever,
I don't really remember.
I can't recall it all. But yeah, I definitely dove in. I was like, I'm sold. And then as soon as I saw the intro and they do that exact same pose, I was like, okay, like I'm super in. You could have sent me a single screenshot. I've been like, I'm downloading all of the current episodes as we speak.
There's a character named Choo Choo.
You've lost me again. Is that the
little monkey with Anthe?
Is that the name?
And then
I didn't remember.
Pink-haired girl with the
little
big buns. Her name is Choo Choo.
See, the little animal thing has been replaced in my mind by Guar or Poir. Sorry. Guar is a metal band. It's Poir, right?
Poir.
Guar?
Poir.
Poir. Okay. See, this is why I said Guar first. Yeah. So,
Someone needs to rewatch Dragon Ball.
No,
read Dragon Ball? Maybe you need to read Dragon Ball.
I said Guar out loud, and then I was like, that doesn't sound right. I don't think it's named after the metal band. Or I don't think it's the same name as the metal band. And I corrected.
Uh-huh. But yeah, my favorite moment in this show is after they use the Gundam antidote.
Mm-hmm.
And Soletta is like, for like one moment is like unsure, and then she's like apologizing to the Gundam, saying she wants to do it on her own. And she's so fucking, because she's just such a good pilot, she just fucking crushes everyone. And they're like, what is she, some kind of freak? And I'm just like, in my head, it's like the Broly voices. No, the White Devil.
yeah, no, the freak.
And like, so and that match is on like on TV, and her mom sees it and sheds a tear.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty.
And then after she crushes everyone, she gets out and does the Gundam dance, because it's an ad for their fucking company.
Yeah, the fucking like Gundam, it can do this.
Like, that's where I'm like, this show is unfucking real good. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I rewatched that fight so many times for that specific moment.
Dude, the fights are so good.
They're really good. And that episode is a fight.
Yeah.
Like the fight starts really early in the episode, but there's so much like character stuff crammed into that they find room for it. Like, it's just really well done.
Yeah, no, it's
because that's the thing that really sets Turn A apart from other Gundam series. Is there like whole episodes where there's no fighting, whereas there are a lot of Gundam where like they have to have a fight every episode. That's required.
Yeah, I guess like I mean at this point I don't know. I've watched Turn A, but I don't know how I'd feel about like constant fights. I think, I don't know, in the older stuff, like if I'm watching original Gundam, I feel like I'd just be kind of bored because it's old. I don't know. Hard to tell, but
I mean, I didn't love original Gundam.
No, you loved it. You're like a super fan.
Like I'm glad I watched it. I was informative.
But you're not gonna make
There's
me
stuff
watch
I like
it.
about it, but I'm not in the like tank. There are like people who are in the tank of like original Gundam. That's the one. That's the show. I'm like,
well, yeah, those people.
That
also,
show has problems.
Like Gen 1 Pokemon is the only real Pokemon. Mr. Mime is peak design. Was the OG Gundam the one where well, that's the only other one you've watched, right?
Well, I've also watched one of the OVAs.
Wow, yeah, but OG was like, that was the one where the kid was just he was just
OG
better
and
because he
the
read the
TV shows
manual or whatever.
Like 40 to 50 episodes or whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
look, when Char gives Amuro's car a tow, that's the peak of original Gundam.
Yeah, I have no reference for that one.
Well, the part of what I don't like about original is like when the pilots are getting, or when the main character is getting good. It's like because he's like evolving into a higher life form. Like psychic powers.
Right,
I'm like, that's
right.
not.
Yeah,
that's boring.
So when does switching back to Witch from Mercury? When do we get the rest of it? They would just have 12 episodes.
They're taking one season off, and then it'll come back this year. Like that they're taking like a season of anime.
I don't know what that means.
So like another 13 weeks or whatever.
Oh.
For like other stuff.
Why can't we just release a show?
It's like first, like basically taking off the first quarter to finish making it or whatever.
Fine. Whatever.
See, if you had jumped in on Urusei Yatsura instead, that's just keep rolling.
See, and I'm tempted now, just because I learned that her and Nagatoro have the same voice actress.
Sure. But whatever. I'm going to talk about that show on our other podcast.
Not if I fucking watch it first.
Oh.
That one probably won't happen. Not that I won't watch it, but I'm not gonna fucking. I will not binge watch it to derail the section of the best of episode.
I mean, it's only like 13 episodes.
That's binge watching.
I also watched like all the old movies.
Yeah, probably not doing that.
Got to talk about that at some point.
I mean, again,
another podcast. I've got a good pile going. That's already getting big from like just stuff I've been doing like this year.
Yeah.
Like I've got two whole other new anime I'm into for this season. One of them's Nier Automata.
Oh right.
Automata.
I was typing out something about that, but then I was like, this seems like too shitty. I think I was gonna say like, oh man, does this mean it's like a better way to watch it than to play the game? Because like, I bounced off that game, but I think you guys were saying it's like just kind of the plot of the game. It's not like a sequel or prequel or thing. It's like just that plot line or whatever.
Yeah. Like the first episode is like that whole opening sequence of the game. That was the demo.
I was gonna make like
that first mission.
Oh yeah, see, I was gonna make a comment about
like the part that you died on and then you didn't save during it.
I was like, okay, so I'll just watch like the first 15 minutes and then like call it and never touch it again.
But then you'll miss the puppet show, Ben, which is the most
puppets, dude.
part.
The fact that there's fucking puppets is a strong pull.
11 out of 10 puppet shows at the end of episodes to cover the alternate endings.
That's just wild. That's such a crazy like. That's a seller right there. Like now you have me.
It's very good. And then I was watching the new Trigun anime, which is a remake of an older series that I have mixed feelings about. And it's a CG anime.
Oh.
But they redraw the faces, so the facial expressions are good, so I can deal with it.
Oh, yeah, that would help.
Even though the when people are like walking around, it looks pretty bad. I'm like pretty annoyed.
Yeah.
Because their frame rate is bad or whatever. It's missing frames.
Yeah.
It's all herky jerky. I'm just like, why did you cut out those frames? God. Just leave them in. Stop.
It's more cinematic that way.
It's more animatic. But yeah, Witch from Mercury is just like a good show that's not over yet, so they could fuck it up.
Yeah, it's true. After the first 14 episodes of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, never trust anything ever again, ever. Yeah, it's
there is another mech show that this director worked on, where I loved the first season and then it kind of went off the rails, and it kind of saved it by the end for me, but there's parts of that show that are bad. So,
I mean, I'm enjoying it right now. Like I'm fucking ready for more. especially after that last bit. Like, they got me with the cliffhanger. And now that I know that I've been avoiding anything, like, there's only been you said there's only a couple post-credit scenes, but I assumed
there were two other ones. There was one in episode 10 and one in episode 2.
I assumed they were just, like, spoilering the next episode, so I haven't bothered.
No, the only thing they give you for the next episode is the title at the end.
Yeah, and so I get to episode 12, and I'm like, I don't need a fucking teaser for something I'm not going to see for God knows how long. I bailed. I left.
I mean, it's kind of a teaser, but it's also just the show.
Yeah, it's just continuing.
Which is what the other ones were. Like I think the first one is just to building up the AI Gundam that Jeddark is going to use for his second duel with Suletta.
Oh,
or
right.
Be forced to use. It's like just that Gundam being piloted by an AI, like kicking ass for 15 seconds or whatever. And then the one in 10, I think, is setting up those that squad from Earth hijacking that ship that also Ghoul is on.
Yeah.
That then attacks the base in the final episodes. But you just get to meet those characters there when it seems like you're going to have to wait a while.
I mean, the character I'm preparing myself to meet, I don't know who it's going to be. I don't know when it's going to happen. Maybe it won't happen, but I'm mentally preparing myself to meet another character or group of people who have also somehow perfected the gun format, and they don't need, like, it doesn't kill the pilot or whatever.
Well, I mean, those people from Earth were using Gundams, but they were just had regular Gundams.
Yeah, that's what, like, that's fine. Up. That's fine. But I'm saying I feel like there's a reasonable chance that we'll meet someone who's, like, also fine using it or whatever, which I don't want. I'm definitely in the camp, at least for this show and for many other things, of, like, I feel
like it's just more likely they're gonna make more.
I want the protagonist to be special. So
Suletta's very special.
I mean, yeah. No argument.
Her cheerful smile as she slips in human blood.
Whoops.
The man she just
So
killed.
clumsy.
And I'm such a klutz.
Whoopsie. Look, it happens.
It's so great just keeping this character exactly the same, but putting her into a different situation where her actions are actually horrifying instead of amazing.
Yeah. God. I feel like the odds of us getting that kiss next episode are real low.
But I mean, like, on the... Yeah, I don't know when we're getting that. That feels like maybe end of the series kind of thing at this point. If at all. At least it exists in fan art. That's the important thing. But on the thing of Suletta being talked into murder being okay by her mom very easily, there was that episode where Mjorne got talked into, like, setting up a Gundam company and, like, begging her father for support by Suletta's mother very easily also.
I mean, this just in, children are impressionable.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was kind of the one other thing with this, and it's nothing specific to this show, but the only other anime I've been watching lately is Spy Family or Spy X Family. And I guess technically Way of the House Husband released another, like, 5 episodes of shorts or whatever. And that made me be like, sort of activated the why are we always in high school portion of my brain. So kind of watching this, I was like, man, this would be so much cooler if like everybody was my age. Why not a Gundam show with like a 30-year-old protagonist or 40? That'd be fun.
Would it?
Yeah. You can make it fun. That's the neat part. People creating the show could still make it fun. Maybe don't have like a duel for marriage at that point. It's kind of no good if everybody involved is like 40, but whatever. I don't know. Has no real bearing on my opinion of the show itself, but sort of activated that.
Sure.
I'm still wondering when we're gonna get the. I mean, maybe it'll be this next season when we'll get the fights with the rest of the. What the hell do they call the group? Because it's not the student council this time. I forget if they have an official name for it, but like all of the.
That's just the dueling committee.
The dueling committee, sure. Yeah, because we have at least 2 that I can think of that haven't fought, right? If not 3.
Yeah, no, but I mean the part where it's Utena and Gundam kind of confuses me. Like I don't know what to expect. I don't know how important the dueling at school will be in the second half if like we've moved on to murdering people in real life. Like fights with like stakes that exist in the real world and not around this. I mean, I guess the stakes in the school are still pretty high in terms of business stuff because but it's like artificial in a way that the fights where people are actually going to die or not, I guess.
I mean, there's no reason they can't combine them.
I'm sure both will be involved, but
look, I just like the idea of the duels. Because that's where you get to see that's where you get to see but no, also that's where you get to see like the cool new shit. Or at least in this series so far, you know, you see a duel, you see cool new shit happening that the Gundam has to fight against. So now my brain is like, give me another duel so I can watch cool shit happen.
I mean, we got cool shit.
But also those are
Gundams from Earth were new and different and cool.
But also I like the school context. Because that's when you get like the
Mr.
We get our
I want everything out of high school is also like, but what if everything were in the structure of school?
I'm being taken out of context. How dare you use the words that I spoke in the context that I spoke them because I spoke poorly? Unbelievable. No, because in this show, like school is where that's where our group of characters that we're following is. So like right now they're all spread out and stuff. I like it when they're like watching the fights and like right before and after the duels you have them like interacting and it's like not horrifying. Nobody's been like smushed.
Where things are light and fun, and the real world is where things are horrifying.
You can write parts of the real world, like set it at a cat cafe or something. You make it fun and lighthearted.
That is not Gundam's aim. The end goal here isn't lighthearted fun.
I'm just saying, you can do anything you want.
And neither was that true at Utena either.
Look, I was just gonna say Utena was at school and that wasn't lighthearted or fun. And they never left.
Fun sometimes.
Sometimes
they left school and then there were surfing elephants.
Yeah, but there was a lot of stuff that
or
happened
kangaroo
in that
attacks.
School, man.
Or Nanami turned into a cow.
Yeah. But still. Just saying.
We need the Gundam to make a pizza. That's what we need.
In this episode.
Because that happened in that other show this guy made, Code Geass.
Fucking Code Geass, get out of here.
Oh, the director of that, the creator of that show is the director of this one.
Oh. Should have told me that earlier. That would have been a hard. I would have said hard no. It's actually not true. I think the Utena Gundam overrides him being my dislike of Code Geass, which has nothing to do with the show and only the people I know who watched the show in high school.
You die?
No. Like some of my friends watched it and were annoying about it.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Code. Does the dude play
the writer of this?
Does the person in Code Geass like play like they're super smart and they play chess and it shows how super smart they are? Is that a thing that happens?
I mean, he does play chess at the start of season 2, I think, but that's just a thing that happens to happen. It's not like core to that show or anything.
Yeah, but there's a reason why I know that bit, and it's because my friends won't shut the fuck up about it.
Okay.
Look, man, people be annoying sometimes.
I mean, that show is like Gundam plus Death Note, but then also a bunch of other shit.
People taking potato chips and eating them. Damn, I'm sold.
People giving people commands so that they have to kill themselves.
Great. Anyway. I'm stoked for more Witch of Mercury.
Yeah, I'm excited for the second season. And maybe we'll do it.
Yeah.
If barring life happening.
Yeah.
That prevents us.
Never know when another fucking war will break out. It's always
Never know
always a possibility.
What might happen. They still haven't released that remake of Advance Wars because of that war. Nintendo was like, nope, not going to release this game about a country invading another nearby country.
Oh, whatever. It's over.
That's what they did. They pulled the game because of that. It still hasn't been released.
That's overcorrection at its worst. Ugh. Yeah. No,
there's no date.
Look, I'd be shocked if we couldn't find grain of salt is no big. That's fine. What are we gonna do? Talk for an hour about a single episode of a show? That doesn't sound like us.
I think we have a grain of salt that's like an hour 30.
We definitely do, and
I do think we talked about like magic.
Yeah, it was a Spider-Man. It was a spectacular Spider-Man that derailed into magic. Got way off. At least this time we've stuck mostly to anime. At least it's semi-topical.
Yeah. We just had the digressions of, the show is just good though.
It is just good though.
Like that scene in not the last episode where Suletta has been all nervous about feeling like left behind, and then Mjolnir gets mad at her and like hugs her and is like, "You're the one who told me,
God, dude.
Run away, gain 1, step forward, gain 2. That's what I've been doing this whole time."
And then,
idiot.
And then look what happened. Oh man!
And now look what happened to that statement.
Yeah, I know that hug was so good, and then it's gonna be weird for a while.
Yeah, man. Shows makes you feel things. My emotions are being toyed with. They sung Happy Birthday because it was happy, and then they sung Happy Birthday because it was depressing.
I mean, we've had like 2 sad happy birthdays.
It's true. The show started on a sad happy birthday.
If someone else is like, oh, it's my birthday, I'm like, oh no. Oh, fucking no, run.
And also the day your dad died.
Someone's gonna die. Gotta sing happy birthday sadly over a radio before yeah. Shit's solid. High recommend. And you don't have to I guess I don't know how like the other Gundam shows work. I feel like this is like you don't have to be a Gundam fan to
No, you don't have to.
Like, there's still mechs and shit. So if you don't like mechs like full stop, like maybe don't bother. I don't think there's not enough character stuff to like if you hate mechs to make it worth it.
Gundam has like specific universes, like the universal century is like the timeline for original Gundam.
Yeah.
But this is like its own timeline, so it's not connected to anything specifically.
Yeah, no, there's not been anything. Like, I mean, there's a lot of themes.
And Turn A was correct century, where it was the far future, and technically, I think all Gundam was supposed to tie into it.
Yeah, whatever.
Like,
okay, sure.
Well, that's because that's the dark history. Is like they watch Gundam.
Yeah. No, I've like the.
But you could also just take it as the far future of Universal Century.
Even just,
I think that's open to interpretation.
Even just like some of the Earth versus space stuff and all that, I'm like, I've been here before. I recognize.
There's like thematic stuff that's like you'll know where this is going based on what Gundam is about. Which, like, the simple way to put it is war is bad.
War is bad. I assume Mjolnir has psychic powers of some sort. Presumably.
Oh.
Don't give me
she's from Earth. So it's going to
Hank.
the thing that gives you the psychic powers is people living in space. So Soletta, again, makes more sense for her to be a new type. But that shit is like kind of in Turn A, and they literally never talk about it. They're just like a handful of scenes.
No, she's
where like
Mjolnir is from space. She's Spacian. Yeah. She's gonna be psychic, dude. Telling you, she's gonna start reading thoughts or moving shit with her mind. Something. But yeah, like there's nothing.
I mean, she talks to her Gundam.
Mjolnir or Soletta?
Soletta.
I said Mjolnir.
Oh yeah. You're too quiet.
How dare you? First off,
Mjolnir is just out here growing tomatoes, okay?
Yeah, she's like a lot of tomatoes.
She doesn't even pilot a mech. As of now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's living her best life. Sort of.
She's just
she
here
was for a bit.
Willing to tolerate some minor two-timing because she's a graceful bride.
Yeah, whatever. Go on a date. Sounds fun.
That was great.
Yeah, it was good shit. And Soletta, I mean, that also started. That's one of the things that made Soletta freak out. But.
It's good. Good drama. And they never let any of it linger too long.
Stew.
Like, they never let a character sit with their anxieties for like, multiple episodes in a way. because in the way that I can find infuriating, they've been pretty quick to resolve stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've never gotten annoyed with any of that shit.
With like not stringing along misunderstandings or anything. They're having them happen and then resolving them in the next episode, basically.
Oh, they're not Emily in Paris season 3. Neat.
Yeah, because like there's stuff like that kind of thing, and like Soletta is a character who stutters and can get shy and have a hard time talking, which can also I can find infuriating, and they handle it like they completely thread that needle on that character.
Yeah.
On that front.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's definitely something that I can get a little annoyed by. Or yeah. But she does, it's never bothered me. She's just nervous. World's scary, man.
Mm-hmm. World's scary, and then you crush someone with your war mech.
Yeah, there's one less scary person in it.
Liquefy them.
Hey, it's not a war mech.
Now they're not scary
That's
anymore.
a medical mech. That's a medicinal mech.
With its medicinal fucking giant gun.
Giant beam cannon. Yeah.
Yeah. That melted the feet of a Gundam just by being like near it.
Yeah, it didn't even,
Not even
hit.
a direct hit.
Man, that shot was so fucking cool.
Its feet just melting.
God. Good shit.
Quality shit. But yeah, I think that's a podcast.
Yeah, man.
SaltCirclePod at twitter.com. SaltCirclePodcast at gmail.com. Anchor.fm/Salt Circle. I'm on Twitter at Comic Panels.
I'm not on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to should we sing Happy Birthday? Like, would that be a...
No. Unless it's your birthday.
No, we missed it. Damn.
Do you want me to crush you with my giant hand?
You fucking could. You fucking could. I remember this scale.
Gunned arm, Ben. Gunned arm.
Hey, completely different.